Worldwide Jess, Worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shoot.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
So yesterday, the City Girls, they had a heated argument on social media. It started when Young Miami accused JT of sneak dissing her for weeks, and JT didn't really know what she was talking about, you know.
So Young Miami started it yesterday?
Yeah, like she basically was like, a bitch been sneak dissing me for weeks and I ain't said nothing, so what you mad for? But the argument did get worse when Young Miami was saying that JT plays victim, and, you know, she said she did nothing but show JT love, even though the last two diss tracks about her was what was supposedly sideways and no bars. Mm-hmm. Okay, so y'all can go back and listen to them for different references or whatever. But JT saw it different. Like, she said, oh, Miss Mama, this your last day playing dumb or whatever, right? So that's when it grew more escalated. And she was basically saying, I know I come off crazy and everything, but I have, like, I've watched you. You have watched people drag me. You never jump out there for me. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? And she said it'd be too much to tweet. So JT was like, I want to sit down with you, like, on Carisha, please. And this time leave. Yep. And she was like, this time leave Santana home. So that's when Santana was activated and he jumped on there. Basically, he was just like, JT, don't play the victim. You always throwing me in something. You've already unfollowed me. You block me. And I don't have nothing to do with your situation. You take your anger out on the wrong people. So don't mention me or whatever. So that's when Carisha was like, for you to come over here and play victim is crazy and all that. And all I do is show you love. Even after the sneak diss or whatever, I'll be like bumping your music and screaming your lyrics with my chest. So, and Young Miami also accused her of letting the internet get in her head. But we can say that on both of their accounts because both of them, they be on there responding to things that shouldn't even be relevant to them. So, right. I mean, the internet gets in everybody's head, you know, both of them. So
yeah, stuff like this hurts my heart because I love the City Girls. And whatever issues they have shouldn't be had on social media. Y'all came up from the ground up together. Sit down, have the discussion in private. Right. Don't be monkeys for these folks' digital circus.
Yeah. I hate how this plays out online. Like you guys are friends before this music industry, so pick up the phone and call each other.
And even though it was a little argument, you can tell that they both love each other in the argument
because it didn't get disrespectful, right?
Yeah, but then then you go back a couple days ago and you see JT and Glorilla argue, and that argument was totally different. They weren't friends from the jump anyway. They met during the business. These two have love for each other. They just more so explaining themselves to each other, whatever. So apparently they got on the phone. And they were, because the last tweet was like around 5 o'clock. When they got off the phone, they had a conversation. Of course, they hashed it out. When they got off the phone, JT had another post posted, and it was like, if I'm ever mad, it's for a reason. When people had canceled on you, I did the first episode of Carisha Please. I popped up in that red wig. People dragged me for it and all of that, but I love you. I wish you the best. And she also said, I love how fast you got on here behind Santana. And then so Young Miami saw it and said, well, we just got off the phone. You bring this back to the internet. And JT said, well, this was a tweet before we got on the phone, but it just probably didn't update until they got off the phone. And then everybody was blowing up a phone anyway. Everybody was probably blowing up both of their phones or whatever. So they both ended off with, I love you too. And
oh, that's good.
I love you the most.
So dead.
Hey, and I hate too when people get mad about you not coming to their defense on social media.
Yeah.
Like, turn your phone off, okay? If it's an issue in real life, I'm there. What are we supposed to do to these people on social media?
Nothing.
Yeah.
You're not going to change their minds with no tweets, no IG posts.
But what JT was saying is you come to the defense of everybody, not everybody else, but like Santana, or you got something to say about everything. When somebody call you out, you talking to random people, fans and all of that. Yeah. But when it comes to me, you don't step behind me, but I do step behind you. JT has jumped in stuff for Young Miami on Twitter, but I mean, that's just like a girl thing.
Yeah, but what is that going to do? Like,
I know you want to be a girl, but you're not a girl, so you'll never understand.
No, I'm just talking about in general. Like, what is that going to do with me jumping on Twitter, talking back to a bunch of people that we don't even know? A bunch of people attacking you online, then I jump in and say, yo, leave my partner alone. Okay.
I mean, I guess it's a girl thing that you will not understand. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I'm not on Twitter anyway, but I'm just saying, like,
I think it's a life thing. If I know that you got my back in real life and I can count on you in real life, Who cares about what happens on social media?
Sometimes it feels good though. Sometimes it feels good when your partner got your back or homie got your back. But
especially after you had theirs.
But like Charlamagne says, sometimes we don't know the full story, and sometimes it's like you said, maybe I need to have your back in person. And who cares about those people online that's gonna poke at you anyway?
Okay, but we talking about young girl rappers. Female rappers. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna happen. All right, let's get to some guy stuff then. Meek Mill threatens Wale after seeing him hang out with an ex-friend. So Meek Mill took to X. I keep on forgetting that it's not Twitter no more. That's how long I ain't been on there. To address Wale after he appeared in a photo with Dane Stay Ready, who Meek referred to as the enemy. So this is crazy. I'm gonna read these tweets just like Meek Mill would read them. He said, Wale never liked me. Now I'm gonna treat him like the streets every time I see him. I gave him 1,000 chances. These guys be thinking they linking with the enemy, clown ass. I wish I would have knew the other day I would have stretched you. What are we talking about?
By the way, they sound like the City Girls too.
Exactly.
Just like it.
Exactly. And you can't even say they. It's all Meek. It's just all Meek.
You're right.
Yeah, he was just like, man, and because he started like replaying old stuff. He said they come off, they like bitches after you cut them off. Now I'm gonna come to DC and take over the streets and power some NIGGAs that hate him, but nobody hates him. He's depressed and sick. Also, he been that way.
I don't understand why Meek talks so much street stuff on social media. Like for everything that Meek stands for and all the good that Meek does in the community, the people that Meek associates with, affiliates with, why does he talk about I think doing violence to people so much on social media?
The violence is crazy, but I still think he's a person, right? Because I see both sides of this, right? If somebody's ishing on me and ishing on me crazy, and you're supposed to be my guy, and you take a picture with him, it would make me feel away. But there's been many a times where I didn't want to take a picture with somebody, and they kind of force you to take a picture. And you really don't want to take that picture, but you do it because you don't want to be confrontational, you don't want to be rude, and you take it. And I see both sides.
I do too, but I just don't like how, all right, this the last tweet I'm gonna read. He said, I don't believe no Diddy story about me once they lied about me now. Anybody try to sexually assault me, I'm gonna be a bang out on the spot. It'll be a bang out on the spot. How y'all don't know me like that? I don't care. Y'all confusing my son. He's 12 with people saying his dad is gay. It's sick now out here.
Lord
so F it. But if you scroll back up, anybody try to sexually assault me, it will be a bang out on the spot.
Crazy.
Maybe your son's friends are seeing how you tweet as well.
Nah, man, but you know
I
what?
hate that.
What he's saying is true, though, because you got to think his son is 12 years old. Probably go to school in Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
Them kids is ruthless.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And Meek had a whole series of mixtape called Flameless. I know they're going crazy. In
Listen.
Jesus.
I understand that, but it's like, just stay away from all of it.
Did you see Wale's reply?
No, I didn't. Let me say. It say, when you get in other people unserious drama in this industry, 90% of the time, they be back friends eventually, and then you look silly in the end. So I love minding my business. If a photo can create such vitriol, oh my gosh, Wale, I have no idea what that means. He said, one has to ask himself some questions. Happy Monday. I love the way he responds, though, to a bunch of everything. He also said, Wale, you a groupie when you try to take a picture with Ruben.
That's what he said?
Yeah. He was like...
Meek said what?
Meek said that.
Meek said that about Wale. He was like, he was trying to take pictures with Ruben like a groupie. And then was sitting around the bum ops in Philly.
We should have just read tweets and asked people, who is this, Meek, JT, or Young Miami?
We would know.
No, take the names out. Let's just read the tweet.
Jesus.
He's like, come on, man. What y'all doing?
So at the end, did they make up like JT and Young Miami?
No. And what you just showed me of Wale, that's him basically responding to him taking a picture with the op. You know, the guy Stay Ready.
Maybe I just be thinking too highly of people. I think too highly of Meek. I think too highly of JT and Young Miami. Like, pick up the phone and call each other, y'all.
That's what they eventually did.
Why all of this got to play out on social media? Why y'all got to be other people's entertainment for the day?
But I do understand too, because if somebody issues on Jess, I feel like they're issuing on me. If somebody issues on you, I feel like they issuing on me. Pause.
And
we not gonna handle that on social media.
You right?
That's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I might, cause
you will.
She definitely will.
But it's just like I'm not going. I don't see these people. You got everybody's number in the industry. You got a little phone book.
Them buttons you push behind the scenes.
I get it.
Yeah, he's a button pusher.
Yeah, absolutely.
You pull out the chopper. Just pull out the chopper immediately.
I don't care.
All right. Well, that is Jess with the Mess. Now, when we come back, we got front page news. We got to tell you about Donald Trump, also Joe Biden, and an attack that the feds caught early. We'll get to it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.